Hi everyone! So today I'm going to read Where the Wild Things Are. The story and pictures are by Maurice Sendak. So he was the author and the illustrator. Let's check it out. Where the Wild Things Are. Where the Wild Things Are. Pictures and story by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind, and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Wow, imagine if your room looked like that. That would be pretty cool. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. Wow, so there was even water flowing through his room and a boat waiting just for him with his name on it. I wonder where he will go. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. So he went to a place where wild things are. Looks like there's a dragon in the water. His face shows me he's kind of scared. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Max doesn't look very impressed. He doesn't look to be scared. He must be brave. Till Max said, "Be still!" and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. So they didn't scare him. In fact, he said, "Be still," and they listened to him. And they decided, since he was the most wild thing of all, to make him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." So he wanted to have a party with them. It looks like they're dancing. Maybe they're making some sounds because their mouth is open. And it looks like they're singing to the moon. Now they're swinging on branches. And they're all smiling, so they look really happy. Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. I wonder where that might be. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. So all the wild things are sleeping, and he's thinking about how he's lonely, and he wants to be where someone loves him. I think that's home. Let's find out. The wild things woke up, and they cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. They tried to convince him, but he didn't want to stay. He wanted to go home. And so Max sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. So he's back in his room, and it's back to normal. And over on the table is his food. He looks happy. And his food was still hot. I hope you liked this book. This book is a classic. It was written a long time ago, and it's been read many, many times by many people. Hopefully this story has helped you to imagine things, and maybe after you heard this story, you can draw a picture of what it would look like if you went to a place where wild things are. Bye.